15-15, Green, Head Coach, el entrenador Justin Yula, asistentes, Assistant Coach, David England and Nathan Cooper. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem. First, the anthem of Canada. Por favor, nos ponemos de pie para escuchar el himno de Canadá. Now, Australia.
Well, folks, the national anthems have been played
El
in this
partido
game, and
que inaugura los cuartos de final FIBA U17 para que lo vuelva 2018 acá en el Club Unión de Santa Fe.
Nicolich and Guevara.
Interesante duelo de Canadá y Australia. Será el desarrollo del partido. Los referees for the game. El que va a la Brasil, puro histórico con Serbia, Lisa from Polonia. Comisionado, comisionado Pablo Pérez de Argentina.
Take over from this point. front. Well, I wasn't sure. I saw him call the foul, then he gave a motion like 2. This falls, this will be a 3 in fact. So, it's 2-0. Let him know that basket was not good. Puts it up, and this time with the left hand, it's good. I'm confused. If they pick that basket or not, but this thing is off the ball foul. Down at that end of the court. The Mays gets it back to the game. Long-haired Lutz, in fact. For the rebound. Travers goes Okay, so is over who the foul's on the front here. Sorry, we had some issues we're dealing with here just for a second. Rebounding beat for this Canadian team. Almost averaging double Moncrief, Jeff. He's yet to miss a free throw at the tournament. 5 of 5 so far.
So yeah, just the points flow to register. So it's
10-9 now. 11-9. So what's going on, Mick? I'm getting confused here. Canada's up 11-9. Okay, slap me about. So that's good. Somebody build a fire in here. Capitola crosses midcourt.
Williams pressure from Canada down the floor. That took a lot of time off the clock.
Capitola to Wigness. Capitola back. Capitola playing about 16 minutes per game at this event. There's Jackson.
Great defensive passage from Canada. The Australians just didn't know what shot they wanted out of that offense there. They ended up getting a nice miss out of them.
One jump shot from Barthélemy misses. And Crick called, I think, for coming over the back. Here it is again. Watch the miss. And, well, didn't see too much wrong from Crick there. If anything, he was on the receiving end. A little bit of full court pressure. And Australia get it across. No problem. Wigness, three-pointer. And Williamson keeping it alive. And he goes right back up and in.
Yeah, that's poor play from Moncrief at the back of that zone, because you want Wigness to shoot threes. He's not a very good shooter. He's 1 of 5 in the tournament for 4 games. He's got to get rebounds.
Oh, beautiful play by Patterson, just drifting into the lane. Wigness again to Williamson. Williamson bounce pass. Oh, and good effort there from Australia, and Jackson is fouled, so he will go to the line. Is that Moncrief? Moncrief got him from behind.
Big lead. Hemmings might have got it too. If you look at the numbers for Australia, 19 of 66 three-pointers in this tournament. So if you want anything, you want them to shoot and shot. And you look at the way they're playing, they're very reluctant to open up a three-pointer early. So if you can keep on the perimeter, stop them getting it inside the paint, then you're going to win this game.
We did see Wanya Swaka hit one.
Yep.
He's the 1 of 3. Williamson has shot 4 of 7 from three-point range in this tournament. Oh, the turnover, Travers, bounce pass, Wigness, and a little bit short.
Not a great pass from Travers, was it? Left Wigness really low on the baseline.
Spin move. And he's a little bit too long there. Now the drive and the miss. Moncrief.
Two teams right now not quite settling down. The subs have come in. They're all anxious to make an impact. They've done a little hard to scale to both sides. 2-2-1 press for Canada. Notice Jeff, they're going back in the 2-3 zone too. Making Australia shoot threes.
Capitola got it in there, but Clark is going to uncork one, but short. And Minot gets the rebound. And the drive, and Moncrief just took matters into his own hand. He went right, and then he went back to his left.
Hello.
That was a message dunk right there. And inside to Jackson, and he is blocked, trying to score with the reverse layup.
Yeah, right now, Australia's in a bit of trouble because they've got a 5 on the floor as move from Barthélemy. They've got a 5 on the floor that can't quite compete with his Canadian squad.
Capitola on the ground, he can't get up, finds his teammate Clark in the left corner. Now Witness. Travers back outside to Witness. He is short. Put back, no good.
You've got to box out. You've got them where you want them on the 3-point line. You've got to get those defensive rebounds. It's a lucky break for Canada there. Big chance here to increase his lead, though, Jeff.
Tell him he hands it off to Sakota. And there's a foul out on the perimeter.
Drive from Matthew Alexander. Moncrief. He's something else. You know, we heard last night in the hotel how aesthetic he's been looking this tournament. And, he's not proving us wrong.
No, he's certainly come out and lit up Santa Fe with that dunk. And I saw that early athleticism from Williamson as well, but that time it's good jump shot from Hemmings. Canada back up by 4. Rantal hands it off to Williamson. Capitola gives it to Clark. Capitola baseline, goes up with the left hand. He had the shot, just missed it. Sakota drives in. And good break from Canada.
It's a tough move from Lucas Sakota. Just on the break, he made the decision to attack the hoop. Almost got drowned out. This is good defense from Barthélemy too.
Rantal kind of stutter step, gets it to Williamson. And Williamson misses. Now Canada again. Push it quickly. Barthélemy. Over to Hemmings. And his pass knocked away. Final minute of the first quarter. Williamson, they had to just turn and score. Rantal in the lane.
Huge intimidation factor right
There's
now.
Williamson, and this time he goes off goal interference from Moncrief, but he made it anyway.
Canada's got to feel himself really unlucky about that. Travis turns, gets a loose ball, flicks it to Williamson.
I'm surprised Williamson would not just go strong a couple times there.
And go back to that
It's like you say, the intimidation.
Yeah, there's some Moncrief especially. There's a big presence in there.
Sakota again goes in and lays it off beautifully to Hilton. Addison Hilton, rather.
No,
Ambrose Hilton. And air ball right at the end. So Canada leading 21-15 at the end of 1. In the first quarter, 21-15, Canada on top of Australia. Well, the early numbers better for Canada, much better offensively. 8 of 13 inside the arc compared to Australia, 4 of 16. And each team 1 of 5 from three-point range. And as we look back at some of the highlights, Mick, it's interesting, you know, what happened late in that first quarter. You know, Williamson looked fearless at the beginning, but he did kind of hesitate a couple of times there.
I agree with you. There's that like 3-minute period where Australia had a shots against zone. They weren't sure who wanted to take the shot, what shot they wanted. And then you go back to that period with Williamson where he had the open jumper or the open layup. Didn't even look to score because he knew it full well. Something like burning down on his back trying to block a shot. So that right now is a big sign for me that Canada just need to really keep this pressure up defensively, keep getting after them. They can turn this game moving forward, I think. Come back and start with Patterson. Good move. Putting your best 3-man in the floor.
Patterson wears number 9. And Moncrief number 5. Keep an eye on him. He's guarding the inbounds ball. For Wigness. Wani Swaka drives in. Guarded by Patterson. Jackson certainly has not gotten it going yet. He's the leading scorer and rebounder. Wani Swaka turns to his right. Tough shot, but Williamson there. Not going to count because it didn't hit the rim.
Got fortunate too, didn't they? What a great passage of defense too. You know, Australia had that great penetration of the baseline from Wani Swaka, turned it down, and from then they were struggling to find a clear open shot.
May's back in the game. He's got it.
He's Australia's best chance to really slow this rhythm down. He's getting to this press, take some time off the clock.
Patterson doesn't get the love from the rim there. Thought he was. And Jackson with the rebound. Patterson. As said, one of the go-to guys for this Canada team. With Travers over to Jackson. Wigness. Oh, beautiful drive from Wigness, and he earns the trip to the free throw line.
Yeah, tough move from Tamuri Wigness there. The scout report says keep him off his left hand. Look at that little crossover in the middle. Ambrose Hilton just caught out. That's full well. He's not quite got that one right defensively.
Wigness doesn't complete the opportunity. Nathan Mays this time. Well, a little bit out of control on that one. And the ball goes out of bounds back over to Australia.
Yeah, you got it right, Jeff, didn't you? You know, and that's the key. If Australia can get Canada in those moments getting out of control, then they're going to keep it close. Canada just have to bide their time, keep up the defensive pressure.
You know, Wigness on that missed free throw had only taken 6 free throws coming into this one. There's 3 of 6. So his woes from the line continue. Now Williamson.
Jeff, you think all the close games they played, and we've got a guard that doesn't get to the free throw line.
Well, Travers called for the travel. I wouldn't say Travers is a physical player, but he's, I would say he's quite smooth out there. What would you say?
Absolutely right. He's wiry, he's long, just
intriguing player. Oh, beautiful hustle from Wigness, and decides to take it all the way.
This is Australia's game. Make it, put some pressure down the floor, make Canada think a bit more.
Williamson going for the steal and forces a turnover.
So Jeff, two trips against the press, one down the middle, they turned it over, one down the sideline, they turned over. It's going to put all sorts of questions in the minds of these Canadian players about breaking this press. Now momentum in Australia's hand.
Oniswaka pump fake, gets in. He had the hops, but he missed it badly. Nathan Mays gets it over to Mr. Moncrief. And a jump shot from Cassius McNeely. Off target. Now the entry pass, and Jackson thought he would score with an alley-oop.
No, but he picked up Jackson coming through the lane. He's wide open. Got time to bring it down and score. Yeah. Again, the intimidation factor possibly.
Patterson drives in, but misses. Wigness, like his sticking his nose in there right now, where it's not wanted. Wigness. And wow. Cassius McNeely went up for the swat, but whistled for the foul.
He's got time out. Look how deep they let Wigness get into the lane. Right to Mace, almost at the bucket before he decides to set play defense.
Not bad D though, or not a bad shot block attempt, I have to say. Wigness goes over to the bench. You know, with this Australia team, that physicality, that pressure, it has to come from the defense, doesn't it? That's what you feel. They need to get some points in transition.
Go back to
Keep it play and flow. Share the ball, share the ball, share the ball.
Really have some physical pressure.
Okay, now,
This team
offensive. Patty, you come to the middle. Cash and jump back.
like
Once you are bouncing, right? Get it there, get it there.
The tempo,
right?
going into this press.
These guys, make sure you're stretching them out. As he dribbles in, let's push him down the floor a little bit, then come back to the
Say
ball.
offensively, Canada perhaps
Pass fake it when
had
you
been
do. But
disciplined.
once we get it over, let's stop your passes. We just kept the ball open and kept driving. That's what it's about. We don't even need to set it up. Just share and attacking. Work on this.
Travers, we were talking about him, that early dunk. One of the two long-haired Lukes out here. And if they could get the other Luke going, that would certainly help their cause. But right now, the player that's really grabbed the game for them is Wigness.
They've called timeout. They've not made a sub, but they've got Hemmings. I don't know where the subs Hemmings can actually sub right now because the five have come onto the floor.
I think the score is 21-19.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jeff. Moncrief will come out, Hemmings back in now. I would fancy that maybe bringing Cricket, who started the game, to come back in and be a presence in that paint is probably wouldn't be a bad move for Kirby Shep.
And Wigness misses his second free throw of the game.
The time's wrong too, Jeff. So we've got something wrong with our visual scoreboard here. It's 7:01 to go in the quarter, and it's 19-21 for Canada.
So Wigness makes the second and cuts that deficit back to 1 point. And again, this football pressure. Rathan Mays. See how Canada attack it at this end. Oh, it's going to be Patterson who's just going to use his incredible leaping, but they're going to wipe it away. Was it?
It's a good call, but it's one of those calls you think as a player.
Ambrose Hilton called it, or Patterson for clearing out with his elbow?
Patterson got his left arm, cleared out the defense. What's this left arm?
Oh yeah.
It's a super move from Patterson, but as a player you think, no way, ref.
Well, the coach, Kirby Shep, saying he wasn't clearing out. He just had his, he's trying to say he just had his left arm up.
Second foul for Patterson too, that's a key one.
Wigness. Oh, beautiful play, hands it off, and Jackson puts it up off the glass and in.
First lead of the game for Australia since the first start of the game, wasn't it? They got the first two.
Absolutely.
And this press just caused a few problems.
So that graphic is now right, timing and scoring. Travers goes up, gets the rebound.
Canada's lost all momentum, Jeff. They were led by 5, I think it was.
Here's Williamson again, takes the bump. He's going to try to get it to Jackson. Good defense there from Canada. Here's Rathan Mays with the shot clock winding down. Good D again from Travers. And Cassius is swatted by Travers.
Wow, what a block.
Cassius McNeely. Wani Swaka. Going to show us a little bit of Wani Swagger. No, he's going to get it again in the attempted dunk. This time from Travers.
Yeah, it was wide open and went for the dunk. Blew it. Wide open.
Sakota that time misses, but Ambrose Hilton there for the follow.
And that should be where Canada dominates, and that's a good play from Ambrose Hilton to finish that one off. Chasing down every offensive rebound.
But I don't really have a problem with Travers missing. I mean, obviously you dunk it so you don't miss it. No doubt about it. As opposed to laying it up. There's Wigness, a little bit of a runner. And Ambrose Hilton hustles down the floor and beats Australia. And Canada,
nice break.
Good riposte.
Getting the ball down that quickly is Canada's style, that's for sure. That's the way they've come into this game. That's the way they like to play. Got them a 3-point lead. Just wonder, Jeff, whether if they don't get to a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter,
and how then they respond. Because remember, they were blowout winners in all their games. And Australia have been in some tight ones. Williamson has 6 points. Now Travers. So let's go back to, let's go revisit that moment where Travers was coming in from the right. Let's listen in here. Cut off the audio. Apologies. So you felt like had he had just attempted a layup, he would have made it. Yeah. But aren't you, I mean, isn't the message really that if you're going to make it more of a no doubt about it, don't be afraid, go make a statement play as well. There's some advantages to going for that dunk.
Montcrief did it, that's fair enough. Way to do it.
But Travers certainly seems to be the most athletic of the Australians.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I would definitely agree with that.
Hunter Madden, by the way, has checked into the game number 5 for Wigness, giving Wigness a well-earned breather. But how will they respond without Wigness? It's Wani Swaka.
Nobody wants to shoot a 3. Zone against Canada.
Capitolo hands it off to Luke Jackson. It was long. And oh, what a drive that was with the miss from Hemmings.
And that's frustrating as a coach to a definite contact.
Madden. And Travers again goes up for the rebound and scores with a putback. He's the key man right now for Australia, no doubt about it.
It's a stretch rebound, isn't it? Just got in there amongst the Canadian defenders and just pulled it out.
Well, Rathan Mays went in, flies in there and scores, absorbed the contact.
That's Barthélemy.
Oh, excuse me, Barthélemy.
The other point guard they've got.
Yeah, Rathan Mays is now out of the game. Good D from Sakota. And gets his team the ball back. You're right, he's been very significant with his minutes, Sakota.
Yeah, I like the way Luka plays. He can play point guard too, and that may be something this team has to go to at some point because he's got a good brain, good intelligence.
Barthélemy scored the last trip down for Canada. Bediako also in, number 15 for Canada, and nice sweet drive that time.
When he pulled his way in, got the backboard.
And all of a sudden the momentum firmly with Canada. Interesting how that one's going back and forth. And now the reach and the steal from Cassius McNeely. Bartholomew back to McNeely. And Luke Jackson gets the rebound. Capitola into Travers. Waniswaka and short. You're right, Nick. It's I wouldn't go so far as to say it's a problem, but it's clearly a weakness for Australia.
Yeah, and you know, as a coach, Coach Shep's thinking, well, I'd love to play zone more, but you know, are you going to get the chance where they're going to hit a couple of fluke threes and all of a sudden they're back in the game? I think it'll be something he goes to the zone he goes to now and then. You want to play primarily man.
Yeah, that shot was short as well. Now Clark pushes it. Excuse me, Bannon.
In the game for the first time, Bannon.
Van Tal. And Moncrief with the rebound. He's got some serious length, doesn't he?
Yeah, this is a good chance for Canada now. 5 points up. Can they get some? Got to get something going to the hoop. That's been so successful for him so far. Mismatch inside with Bediako.
Sakota doesn't get it off in time. Good D from Australia. You know, going back to that perimeter game for Australia, you know, when they pushed the United States in that final back in 2014, they had Dejan Vasiljevic.
Yeah, it was Miami, right? Miami now.
Miami now, yeah. Well, Miami Hurricanes.
What did they hit?
They had Harry Froling as well.
Threes. It's just on the end of the game was pretty frantic. I remember that.
There's a bold rebound from Bartholomew. Looked like he got. Oh, what a finish! Again, Moncrief offensively is
that move was just incredible. Wasn't
ridiculous.
He catches the ball 3-point line. He goes 100 miles. What's this? There's the catch, and he just bulls his way in, draws contact at a weakness, and it's just the presence to get it up on that backboard too. Pick of the players so far right now, Matthew Alexander, Moncrief.
Well, they've got a 7-point lead. Okay. Capitola. Over to Clark. Travers over the Rental. Bannon. Capitola takes the contact, and he will go to the line for an and one.
Why are you chasing people on the 3-point line, making them drive when you know that's what they want to do anyway? They don't want to be on the 3-point line shooting threes. You let them get that deep, and Charles Bediako has to give up that foul. And there's 3 points down the drain. 3 points you won't get back again.
And Capitola takes advantage. Neely gets it to Sakota. If Australia can get another stop here. So back in his zone. 2-3 zone. And McNeely misses, so there Australia is saying, well, why don't you guys try to beat us from outside as well?
Yeah, good idea. Nobody's hit. I think McNeely's the only one to hit 3 for Canada.
The Rantal is not going to be shy, and he drills the 3. Maybe that's the answer.
Just off the bench, Bentel as well. Backcourt, close, very close.
Rantal hit 3 of 8 coming from the early rounds in the last phase of the competition, and now up ahead to Travers. Oh, and boy, he forced that one. Would have been better suited, but again, Moncrief, good defensively. He won that battle.
Jeff, you know what? That's a message later in the game too, isn't it? You know, that Travers was definitely psyched out by the fact that Moncrief was there. Took a clutch double pump shot, airballed it. It's a good comeback from Australia. What are they, 8 down?
Yeah, it was. The defense twice now has really. Defensive pressure has been the difference for them. 6.3 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Coach Shep just wants to run a last play. He's got a timeout to burn. organized.
So tell me where Canada have allowed, they weren't able to step on the accelerator. Wait, let's try to see if we can hear him.
Okay. Charles, BC, right? M-A-V-D. We want to stretch out the back of this zone. You understand, right?
6
Let's
points
get
in the
cash
paint.
thrown.
Canada.
Actually, yeah, let's get
Australia.
cash thrown.
When you consider Australia just so deliberate about putting
Seconds off. You can have a hack it. Try and not best you loose. After that, anything there is a hustle. Do not leave the ground. Second off the ground, it's over ahead. 21st, 12 seconds. Are we clear? Watch for a long play here. Watch for long play. Any screening actions a hustle. Any screening actions a hustle. Here we go. One stop. 1, 2, 3, go.
Get a pitch back to cash or a pitch to
we have
Luke
an
on the
audio
drive.
call
You
with
understand?
Canada. Then investigate that one because I'd be interested to hear what the coach is saying. So your main issue with Canada is the chasing of the three-pointers for Australia, which is giving them some opportunities to put the ball on the deck and drive.
You want to chase them up the three-point line, throw them up. You don't want to give them lanes to the lane that are just going to be wide open for them.
Cassius McNeely hands it up. Just a few seconds left. Sakota. Bounce pass. Oh, beautiful play. But the ball went out of bounds off of big number 15, Charles Bediako.
Sakota's you got to shoot that. Bounce pass to your big man down by his knees. You got to shoot that. He's so deep in the lane anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
He's going to double crossover. He's got his man.
I mean, technically,
where he wants him.
technically, yes, it's good that he gets down there and he tries to put it on a platter for him. But yeah, consider.
Walker.
Yeah.
Jay.
Trouble.
Mano. Blake. What I want you two to do, Fred, walk. You're just going and releasing that way. Jay, you're releasing that way. Mano, you're releasing Blake to hold it back.
Understand? Keep your guy in front of you. Anything going this way, switching. All you got to just don't get a foul. All you got to do is get a fingertip on the ball and it's over. You get a clean catch, just don't foul. 10 feet off your guy. Keep in front of you. Charles, I'm on the ball. Got it? Let's go. Let's go.
0.8 seconds remaining. They're going to have to heave it. They do. Oh, it was online but short. Well, obviously, they didn't get what they wanted. But I think all things considered, Australia would be happy to be trailing by 2 points. That was fresh into the game as well from Blake Jones. 32-30, Canada on top of Australia at halftime.
FIBA U17 para que salga de pantalla. Australia pass. You can send your set.
Okay, so Mick, halftime numbers 13-24 for Canada, 9 of 29 inside the arc for Australia. Three-point shot not falling for either team, but you would expect that to change possibly for Canada. Rebounding is even.
Rebounds for Australia. That's a surprise. 22 for Canada. So that means that they're going to get some more bodies on those boards. It's just 11, 10 three-pointers. You've got to get some more reaction. Turn some plays into positive plays of those offensive rebound potentiality.
Okay, so we're gonna, who in this Canada team would you expect to be more assertive in that second half? Patterson, perhaps?
Yeah, you got Moncrief, Madison, Patterson playing equally well in terms of performance. But you've got to get something out of big in terms of offensive. Bediako's hardly had a touch. Crecker's had 2 points, 1 of 4. I thought Ben Cricker was pretty effective in driving to the hoop. Left-handed too. Hasn't played since. I think the guard stars need to control more. I think Grayson Mays, Barthélemy, they need to understand when to run and when to run something defensively in terms of structure. Joins the first team that's really made them close in the first half.
Wiggins certainly played well for a phase there. They brought Australia back in that first comeback that they had.
Go back to Wiggins' minutes, Jeff. He's played average 33 minutes a game, so he's in a groove in terms of running the show. He's had 3 close games previous to this. So this team is a hardened team. They're coming in, they've seen it worse, they've lost the game, they come back after losing the game. So don't underestimate a team that can really produce down the final close match. They have not been tested yet on the competition environment yet. Blowouts all the way. So this is going to be an interesting finish to this one.
Yeah, they're certainly being tested right now. We're at halftime. It's Canada on top, 32-30 against Australia. We'll be back for the second half.
Hola, hola, hola. Hola, hola. Hola, 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 hola. Hola, hola. Hola, hola. Hola, 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 hola. Hola, 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 hola. Hola, 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 hola. Hola, hola. Hola, 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 hola. Hola, 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 hola. Hola, 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 hola. Hola, 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 hola. Hola, 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 hola. Hola, 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 hola. Ariel, Ariel. Hola, 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 hola. Hola, hola, hola. Hola, hola, hola.
32-30, Canada on top of Australia here in the first of the quarterfinals at the FIBA U17 Basketball World Cup. We are in, I'd say it's safe to say, a chilly Santa Fe, Argentina. Remember, it's winter down here. And
I remember when I stepped off the plane.
And look at that gentleman there in the stands. That confirms it. Scarf, coat. I mean, it is what it is. And right now, it's those warm weather Aussies who seem to be coping relatively well.
Yeah.
Coming out here a couple times, they were looked like they were falling down deeper and deeper in the hole, but they were able to get out of it, and they only trailed by 2 points.
Yeah, they come back twice, Jeff. I'm really impressed with it. But you know, it's like Canadian coaching staff are looking 3 free throws in the first half. That's all they took. So therefore, you're not really going and creating much contact. Although there was a lot of contact in some of the moves from Moncrief and Anderson Patterson. I'm looking at some stats here. Hemmings, 5 rebounds, 9 minutes. Probably needs to play more the second half. Patterson's got 2 fouls, so his time was semi-limited. Moncrief's had a great first half with 7 points, only 11 minutes. The Australian minutes, Jeff. Both the Lukes. Can you feel the force? Luke Travers, 18 minutes, and Luke Jackson, 15 minutes. They're in the group.
Well, it's no surprising because, I mean, Travers, Jackson, and in terms of leading the way, Kobe Williamson actually are their big-time scorers and their big-time rebounders, and they ink most of it. Let's see the USA sitting here doing a little scouting as well as I think the French, because everybody knows they can end up facing these players, facing these teams. They need to make sure they get some insight.
Yeah, the way the draws worked out is that Canada and USA win, they'll play the semifinals, and France will match up with the winner of somebody else, Puerto Rico, Montenegro. So it's interesting. France are in there in the running of maybe getting gold. USA, Canada. I'm just showing Australia could quite easily win this game. All of a sudden they're in the mix.
Yeah, so Canada, the winner of this team plays the winner of the USA-Croatia game later tonight. That'll be in one semifinal.
Straight into a 2-3 zone here, Jeff. They've seen the 1 of 11 shooting stats in the 3-point line. So that's where we're going to keep you.
Second half action underway here in Santa Fe, folks. And the drive, and Jackson, well, he wasn't giving up on that one with Moncrief, and the jump ball has been called.
Nice work from Moncrief. There's no way Moncrief should have been able to go and get his own rebound. Look, here's the good defense there from Jackson. Look at that. Nice little scrap going on there for the ball.
Well, you got to want it. If you want to get to the semis, nobody's going to give it to you.
Yeah, you're playing for a medal on this game, that's for sure. In this one.
Wiggins back in, gets it to Travers. And into Jackson, and Jackson, the force. He's feeling it now. Force is with him. 32 apiece. Rayton Mays. Over to Cassius McNeely. Back to Rayton Mays. I agree with you. Cricket gives them something that I think they need. Now the sloppy pass. Almost a turnover. And the ball indeed. Is Rayton Mays okay? He's
just took a little knock, didn't he? Is it his ankle maybe? No, it's a tender part, I think, Jeff.
Okay, I got you. No more needs to be said.
Oh, yep, it was. The ball got him.
Here he is again. Oh, beautiful drive, but $1 million drive. $1 million move, what, 5-cent finish? Three-point attempt from McNeely. Oh boy, that could change everything.
Well, you know what? That just might.
And he has the stroke. There's no doubt about it.
That'll take the confidence out of staying in that zone for the Australians. That's a great shot for McNeely to make.
He's shot 58.8% coming into this game, in this tournament. He was 10 of 17. I mean, they are crying out for him or Hemmings to start drilling from three. The turnover, and Rathan Mays just lost control of it as he crossed midcourt.
Yeah, there was no need to do anything special there for Rathan Mays. He got the turnover. He was down the other end. You either look for something quickly, or you wait for the rest of the troops to catch up with you. Bartholomew just gives him a break too.
Well, he could need it just for a couple minutes. We were impressed by Bartholomew as well, weren't we? A couple of sequences in that first half. Drive, and Swaga misses, but Jackson, and foul called out on the perimeter. A push.
Yeah, they're gonna have to sub Jackson out. They're gonna have to deal with Jackson. That's an offensive rebound that he should not be getting in, right amongst the trees.
He was fouled by Moncrief, wasn't it? They're taking the blink off the scoreboard too soon. I can't catch it. No, it was on Crick. It looked like more. It would have been on Moncrief. And he's twice now been.
And he suffers for it. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't look like he was anywhere near it. I mean, he was near him, but he didn't do anything.
That's his third foul too, so it's a good choice to take him out. But,
oh yeah, he has.
Big loss for Canada.
I think Moncrief got away with one there. Jackson makes one of two. 35-33. Those free throws are important. Well, McNeely's just drilled a three. Surely you got to get it. Oh, Moncrief loses it, and Weakness goes up. Doesn't wait around. Jackson gets fouled. Oh, he can't put it up and in. But he wants a trip to the free throw line.
Bodies on the boards, Jeff. As loose ball coming down, and Jackson gets his second offensive rebound in a row. It's all about hustle. Right place, right time for Luke Jackson. That might be Moncrief's foul.
Yeah, I wouldn't say.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
Jackson's game is all about hustle and scrap, isn't it?
Sometimes you've seen Australia play. That's the whole game. That is their whole game. They will wear you down.
But that's what I was saying with the other Luke Travers, the two long-haired Lukes.
A bit of finesse, huh?
Yes, more of the wiry. He makes it 1-2, but Williamson there for the rebound. Kobe misses. Kobe gets it back, puts it up and in.
Two offensive rebounds back to back for Williamson. The big red goes to work.
Quickly up the floor. And now Jackson in the open floor. Oh, that was almost an unsportsmanlike on Patterson. And then Travers gets in. Jackson hustles down, follows him Williamson. And right now, Australia just, the hustle factor is really coming to the fore.
Yeah, there is a whole load of issues here, Jeff. And primarily the one is getting a defensive board, getting 5 guys on the rebound, getting enough people. And Australia's just first to the ball.
As they sprinted up the court after they got the ball, Patterson reached in and grabbed a player. Didn't make a play on the ball. And I think if the referee had seen that, he would have possibly been in a little bit of trouble. Two-point lead for Australia.
I think it's the biggest 3 minutes, 2 minutes even of this game where Australia have just a chance of turning this one around.
And Hemmings,
Hemmings got to finish
out of
himself.
bounds.
He's got to finish himself, Josh Hemmings. He's 8 feet from the bucket and he wants to dish it off to Minor. And Australia just hustle back, deflected out of bounds.
There's Patterson. Well, he'll be happy to get an opportunity. He puts it up and in.
And I go back to Jeff. Indecision will kill you at this stage for Canada, but that's Patterson at his best.
Yeah.
I'm going to the hoop, and that's it.
Remember, they got to guard Williamson because he can drill it. Oh, I think Wigness was trying to throw an alley-oop there. Now Patterson, Canada can reclaim the lead. Hemmings. Oh, beautiful pass from Hemmings that time, and the finish. Big number 4, T. Mino. Entry pass down low to Wigness. Brings it back out. Oh, shaking and baking from Wigness. No, not sure that's in his skill set.
Great defense from Hemmings. Just kept him pinned to that corner. Made sure that whatever shot he took was a tough one.
It was. 3-point attempt. This time Barthélemy off.
It's a good shot to take, but bear in mind they haven't been so successful in 3-point line. Everything's drive, drive, drive for Canada. There's a lot of success out of that.
Well, you see McNeely hit the 3, and he needs to shoot it. Wani Swaga drills it. Speaking of 3-pointers, that's his second. I thought he hit one. Yeah, he did. He hit one in the first. I don't know why we saw the Patterson graphic pop up there. Patterson again loses it, able to get it back. Oh, looked like maybe it was out of bounds. Hemmings, Patterson, and good patience. Barthélemy gets it.
Beautiful work. Beautiful work from Canada. Just get that penetration against the zone.
And boy, perhaps a little lucky there. T had that ball taken away from him by Williamson, but foul was called. So Tamori had the ball.
It was Trayvon Minot had it stolen.
Okay.
But it was
sorry, that's right, yeah.
Australia going back to man now, just trying to sort their defense out. Canada have done well to really exploit that zone.
Patterson for 3. Front and back of the rim. Oh! That's the good shooter for you. He had to look over. Where did that come from?
Just getting warmed up.
And Wigness knocked out of his hands.
Fell into the foul, I think. Jumping around. A little reach. The referee's seen. Zone here, 2-3 zone here for Canada off this inbounds. Jeff, and you remember the last time Wani Swaka hit the 3.
Capitola could be coming in here shortly.
I think he's just standing up to give the coach an idea he's still on the bench.
All right.
Get me in, coach. He sat down there. Wani Swaka on this near side here.
There's Travers. Dumps it to Bannon, and it goes to Jackson. Good interior passing, but
can't have that against
too
the zone,
easy.
Jeff. You can't have that against the zone.
No. Supposed to seal that off completely. The hands were not active from Canada. Barthélemy. And out of bounds. Stepping out of bounds was Hemmings.
I think you spotted Hemmings on this other side of the floor. Almost stepped on the line when he caught it. So
I couldn't quite tell if he was or not, but it certainly took a double take. Well, there's not that much room, is there, between the 3-point line and the out of bounds line?
The widest the court we've seen.
For those guys that have big feet, you know, it's even smaller. Smaller distance. Jackson over to Wani Swaga. I tell you, he's got the explosive mood. Just needs to release, have that little bit softer release, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's a good play. Patterson bothered it enough to sort of put him off the shot. I'm still worried more about this ability of Luke Jackson to get his hands on offensive rebounds consistently in this game. Capitola, I think, just tripping Nathan Mace. There's a foul there.
He just kind of barged into him.
Zone
2-3 zone for Australia, yeah. Raythan Mays. Well, they've got some zone busters out there. Here's Sakota. About to Patterson. Is he going to hit another one? Not that time. Hemmings came flying in for the rebound, but got there a little too late. Waniswaka takes the pick. He's going to shoot it. Oh, the pass. Raythan Mays right into the hands of Bannon. Waniswaka.
You know, Raythan Mays' brother represented Canada at the 2013 Under-19 World Championships, Jeff. Xavier met Raythan Mays.
Did not know that. Now the steal. Hemmings up ahead of Patterson. Get ready for this one, folks. Holy! That was a two-handed flush.
That's a gimme for Australia, isn't it? That's something they got to really take care of the ball. We haven't seen many breakaway dunks, breakaway layups. This is what Canada have been used to in the first 4 games.
Capitola, beautiful dump. And Jackson has got to finish. Goodness me. That was a wide open layup.
Yeah, I don't know why Luke Jackson's not come down with that and just taking his time. He must have known what was around him.
Because on the penetration,
Dunk
hit
from
3 people.
Patterson. Look at this thing. He gets up.
He does. He got on the elevator there. Going up. 3rd floor. Nice and full court. A little bit more of a trap, actually. Sakota. And the drive in the basket. And Canada all of a sudden with the bit between the teeth again. Hemmings.
They're just going after that zone. Everything's a penetration, dribble, penetrate, attack it every instant.
Rantal. Patterson almost came up with a steal. Shot clock down to 6. And Wigness goes off the right foot, misses. Sakota quickly up to Hemmings and puts it up and in the left hand, and that timeout was coming. Another transition basket for Canada.
That's what I like about Sakota. All right, he can play 1 or 2, but he's got that vision. He's got that high basketball IQ, and just that ball's in his hands are momentarily gone. And you got to lay up in the other end. Jeff. Beautiful work.
Giving us. All right, we keep trying to surge. You're open, shoot it. Get feet in the paint. Things are gonna open up. Underneath, be strong with the ball. Finish on it. We're fine. On the rise of the shot, what do we need? Boards and back. Boards and back.
All right, they're getting no more second chances. We need all 5 on the glass. Out of your job right now, you're going to get a deflection. Right? You're getting a fingertip on it. We're getting this one. Right? You guys are really active, not allowing the middle. Then, Addy, where was that? Addy, you go weak side, right? And we're in our 2-3. Yeah? Let's go. Yeah.
Hey, keep getting paint. Hold on. Keep getting paint on you.
Yeah, next time.
19 to 8. Fast break points. Canada with a distinct advantage, and these are 2 of them. And if you can get out and run, and I know one other team in this tournament that is going to want to run. So you really need to be able to run and be successful at this level, don't you? And Canada's just opened up a nice little gap. And this is you know, the Australia coach saying, hey, listen, we're fine. Let's just finish strong. But this is clearly a pivotal moment in the game. Rantal goes up, front back of the rim is out.
It's tough for him. Made his first big 3 the first half. Great opportunity, wide open for that one.
Sakota.
3-2 zone here for Australia. He's got to penetrate. Get in the lane.
And Patterson had it knocked out of his hands by Rantal. Now Travers has been quiet in the second half so far as Rantal for 3. Now to Hemmings again, alley-oop pass, and Patterson couldn't finish.
When you're 20 up, you get away with those things, but you can't make those mistakes, and you're only 7 up.
Yep, that's a good point, Mick. Make that shot. Travers And finally, an opportunity for him, and he will go to the free throw line.
First half, Luke Travers gets a lot of little touches in that high post, and that's exactly what he's done. He's cut from the weak side there. A little bit of push against Hemmings. He gets a nice little touch off the rim.
He's had his struggles shooting the basketball at the free throw line. Makes that one. Came in shooting 8 of 14.
Yeah. Not a frequent visitor to the line. I think that's my only thing. So 8 of 14 is a bit misleading, perhaps, but the fact he doesn't get there enough in the previous 4 games.
True.
But he's a battler. There's no doubt about it. Travers and Jackson, 2 of the top players in his team.
What if he was 5 of 14?
Yeah, I'd go with that. Foul him even more.
Well, remember, that's a 4-point swing because should have been 2 points at the other end for Canada. Let's see.
Is that 3-2 again?
See what Australia can do. Final 9 seconds ticking off the clock here in this quarter. Canada hold it for 1. Patterson drifts in, goes strong, but good defense inside. So, all in all, evenly poised, 50 to 45, Canada on top of Australia after 3 quarters.
Third quarter, 50 to 45, Australia.
There you have it. So talk us through these stats.
Yeah, both teams not really finding any feet in the three-point lines yet, but Australia 29% inside the arc, and now they just built up to 50, over 55% there. Patterson's had a good third quarter. I'm really impressed with the way he's responded after the break. And Williamson, how well has he played in terms of offensive rebound? And Jackson, 12 rebounds in the game so far. Very impressive.
What needs to happen for the Crocs as they try to come back?
You know, they've got to hang in there, Jeff. If they can keep it, I'm guessing maybe a 5 to play, they're going to be in with a shout because they create enough energy from their defense, and their will to win is going to be that enhanced, I think, at that time of the game. Canada, I think they need a 15-point lead going into the last 5 minutes if they're going to sustain any comeback or onslaught from the Crocs.
We just saw the highlight of that McNeely three-pointer. But after he hit that, did he get another attempt from deep?
No, they pulled him out maybe 2 minutes later, but Patterson hit the one that rolled around a few times. A good look for it went in. So that's their 3, 2 from McNeely and 1 from Patterson. And I wonder whether Australia will keep going to this zone because they may feel that might be their one chance of protecting the rim. And they're going to the zone right here, it looks like.
Well, you've got Moncrief back into the game, number 5, Sakota, Rathan Mays, and Rathan Mays short. Wigness now, and possibly an opportunity here. Yep, foul call on Sakota.
It's a good foul too. Stop the ball, stop the clock. Make sure there's no transition, easy points. Sakota just gives up one for the team here. Make sure you don't get an unsportsmanlike.
It's interesting how the Sakura family in Europe pronounces it as Sakura. Dusan and his dad.
Yeah, Shakota in the famous play.
Here we go, and the drive and the foul before the shot.
Sakota again, back-to-back foul. It's a tough one for him. I'd leave him in the game. He got 2, just didn't quite move his feet quick enough. He's played for Wani Swaka.
Yeah, he's good. He's definitely, if he can finish a little bit better, boy, he is tough going to the rim. Travers to Jackson. Travers for 3. Rathan Mays saves it inbounds to Krika, who has it knocked out of his hands into the hands of Moncrief. And now Sakota drives, misses. Now Wigness. Game opens up a bit. Look at Travers. Oh, goodness me. A little bit of poetry in motion.
And down the other end, Sakota gets blocked by Waniswaka, I think it was. It was good play, both ends for Australia.
Pass to Moncrief. Patterson gets in, couldn't finish. Jackson with the rebound.
Open up game now.
Wigness tried to get it to Kobe Williamson, but excellent defense. In transition from Rathan Mays.
Travis is fouled, 10. Jeff, you know as a coach now, it's about getting the right people on the floor that can do the right job for both teams, both coaches. Australia, I think, will be fairly easy for Coach Shula because his team have been tried and tested. For Canada, it might be a little tricky to find the five who exactly knows who's going to get the job done.
Patterson for three. Coming back to the rim is out.
And a rebound for Jackson.
Travers. Oh, beautiful interior passing from Travers over to Jackson. And good defense from Canada.
Bench are up in arms. They want to foul him. They thought there was some contact.
Looked pretty good to me.
Beautiful passing play from Travers down to Jackson. That's a good call. Got away with
Offensive foul.
Yeah, it's a hook from Travers as he went to dribble out of the corner.
To Jackson.
To Jackson.
One of the loops. Good D from Patterson. Again, some full court pressure here. Rathan Mays beat it easily. Now, the turnover, and Wigness goes all the way in and finishes this time. Back to a one-point game.
Watch out, the Crocs are coming. McNeely's going to come in. Patterson out. Now that poor mistake from Addison Patterson, a little flip pass that Cricker couldn't see. Down the other end, Wigness gets two. And McNeely will take his place. Talk it over to Jeff. Timeout. Probably good timeout to take too. Or is it a referee's break?
Sure. Well, 50-47, 8 minutes remaining. Coach Shep taking a chance to go over a few things here with his players. It's funny because we talked about it right at the beginning of the game. How might it go if it's a close game? Do Australia have the advantage having been in close games? Is it significant?
I think it's a big factor, Jeff. It's a huge factor. Try to test it. It's as if Canada can get through this one, they'll have
experienced it.
Experienced it, exactly right. But they have not experienced it yet. You look at the margins of victory they've put forward. 40 against Egypt, 35 against Montenegro, 36 against New Zealand, and Philippines by 40. I mean, that's just
I think it's pretty obvious that Australia had a much tougher group. Much tougher. No disrespect to the Canadians.
The problem was the scoreboard, Jeff. It's 49-50. That two made them put two more on the board.
I've got you.
There's the pressure again from Australia.
Well spotted, Mick. Into the corner. Cassius hits the three, cashing in on the opportunity.
And what a great substitution. That's how you know as a coach you made a good substitution. He comes off the bench. It's the big shot.
He hit so many the first three games. Waniswaka. Wigness. Over to Williamson. Waniswaka open. And Cricker with the rebound, but he can't hold on. Oh, they're going to give it to. They're giving it to Australia. Yeah, that was definitely the right call.
Cricker's got it in his hands. Travers comes in, tries to hustle for the ball. He's not going to give anything up, and all of a sudden Cricket can't keep it in his hands, and it's back to Australia. It's that hustle element.
But Cricket has to be better with that, holding on to the ball.
Yeah, you got to get it. Like glue in the hands.
Swaga. Shot clock winding down. Wiggins is going to have to launch it. And a reach right at the end of the shot clock. A foul on Canada.
Tough call on Shamar Rathan Mays there. Played pretty good defense. All I can think is he left his hands down. You can see it right here. Just hands in the hip.
3 fouls now on Canada. 2 on Australia. All the games go down to free throws, don't they? At some point. A close game.
Yeah.
It's going to be a factor in this one. Alley-oop pass. Oh, Wiggins. Oh, it was beautifully executed until the end. Now Rathan Mays again. Moncrief skies, gets it to Sakota, and Jackson rebounds the miss. Capitella. Hands it off. Wiggins, just kind of lost control into the hands of Sakota. And McNeely then flies in and scores.
That's nice work. Nice work. They're capitalizing on mistakes, which you have to do at this stage, Jeff. I think it's a 6-point lead now. Can't we just stretch it, play a good defensive passage here?
Travers goes right at Cricket, puts it up and in with the left hand, I might add.
That's tough. That's a tough move from Travers. Probably not great defense from Cricket.
Now they've trapped Rathan Mays in the corner, and it allows Wani Swaga to get it. He's got to pass up to Travers. Couldn't quite see him in time, but he still scores, and now it's Australia.
2-point game.
Capitalizing on the turnover.
Gone from 6 to 2. Blink of an eye, back-to-back possessions. And the press is slowing you down again.
And they did not get it across midcourt. Unbelievable. That Australian defense in this game, I can think of at least 8 occasions where it's just been so disruptive. So it allows Barthélemy Patterson to come back into the game.
Well, they've gone from 2 guards on the floor. Well, McNeely will be the backup guard, but he'll have to take some responsibility against that press now.
Travers gets in the lane. Oh, just lays it up and in.
Are you serious? Just knocked away McNeely, laid it up.
Goodness me. Travers breaking out the lightsaber. Now, over to Patterson, goes right at Capitola.
It's a tough, this is why Addison Patterson is so good, because he's so direct with the ball, Jeff. He doesn't even think twice about, squaring up. He just knows full well if he attacks, he's going to get something good going to happen. I'm just going to question whether Kirby Shep might have gone to a zone maybe a minute or so ago with that 6-point lead. I don't think he's going to risk it now, but.
Well, Cassius. McNeely doesn't cash in that time. And Travers, his pass intercepted by Barthélemy, and then McNeely flies in, Hemmings.
That's nice work from Barthélemy too, just to feed the bee. Hemmings on the run.
Both teams turn the ball over a little bit, and it's costly every time. Wani Swaga drives in, and Hemmings kept it alive.
Well, he did well keeping Jackson off the board too, and more importantly,
entry pass to Cricket. Turns and scores with the left hand. And Australia
that is the first
burned the timeout
to the low post in this game. I think definitely for Canada, that's an impressive move from Cricket too.
Well, that's where he can do his damage.
Yeah.
Hey, we're fine. We need clarity in what we're doing. We're in a hustle. We gave up an uncontested three. We're in the zone.
Jackson has
Let's
16
have an uncontested
rebounds.
look. Clarity in what we're doing. Talk to each each other record. We're in
every
the
game
same.
played so far.
First play out, head tap.
So that
First play out's head tap.
just yet.
Okay? Here you got right now. 9, you got 9, you got 10.
Good crowd.
10, yes.
People coming in. This is the early game,
Guys,
and
they don't get no more, they can't
already a
score.
lot more of the
Understand?
locals
We pack the
filing
pace.
in here to Santa
Don't let all these
Fe.
stuff off shit.
to watch
Every
this
single
game.
man our team is on the glass. You understand?
A lot more winter
Get 'em on.
coats,
You need the transition
of which
high.
we're not
Don't
wearing
hold it.
one, either of us.
In the press rate, you're a middle, okay? Be aggressive attacking. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, now, let's go.
I wonder how the border quads will cope with the colder, the climes. This is Cassius McNeely. You look back at Canada, and their three-point shooters coming into this game were clearly Cassius McNeely, 10 of 17 he had been, and Hemmings, 7 of 11. Otherwise,
It's tough to say. In games you win by 40 points. Always,
True.
You look at those stats.
True.
You know, the defense is probably not as tight.
but certainly McNeely has
10 of
proved
17.
today that he can hit it as well.
Yeah, absolutely right. He's a good shooter.
There's Wani Swaga, who'd only hit 2 coming into today, and he's got 2 today.
They've done a good job on Wigness here. Taking away from his left hand, make him go right.
Wani Swaga. Oh, what? Again? I mean, he was almost able to, you know, at dunking range there, and he missed that. That was a tough miss.
And Canada dodged one because you don't, why you're trying to block his shot on the three-point line, letting him get to the hoop that easily.
Well, McNeely. Shot clock winding down. Barthélemy drives in. Oh, boy, that was quality. Quality from the Canadians.
He's got some up, too. I've seen him throw it down in games. He's
going behind his back, Capitola. And that looked like really good defense from Hemmings.
Yeah, nice help from Cricket, wouldn't it? Came over to help out.
Watch this. Watch Hemmings.
As Cricket to your left comes over, Jeff. He's the one that causes.
Okay. Didn't see much.
Yeah, not much wrong with it. Was what's a? Yep. Wow. I think you got it right, Hemmings.
But these things will even out over the course of the game. 6
free throw here. 3:21 to go, right?
Yep.
That's a
5-point game now.
4 point on this, right? 5 point. Yep. Okay, so who's your money on? I'm going to stay with Canada, but Australia's going to really take them close.
I'd say
You're gonna go with me, right?
I'd say right now the momentum is with Canada, no doubt. And the basket is good from Patterson. And now the lead is 7. Crunch time for the Crocs. Jackson. Travers drives in. Wani Swaga hands it off. Beautiful play. Absolutely.
Wow, how good is Wani Swaga? He had a 3, he had a layup, and then dished it off for a dunk.
Well, Travers has got some hops. Now Patterson drives in and just answers immediately.
Yeah, that's how good he is. He'll settle all nerves down out of some Patterson with that move.
We'll talk about silky smooth.
Yeah.
Wigness. Boy, Capitola gets in. Beautiful pass, Capitola to Jackson. Get it back out to Wigness for 3. That was nothing. Just grazed the net, but they get it back and Wigness scores. So now Australia need to get a stop and see if they can get something from this full court press, and then the push on Hemmings. And I'm not sure that Wani Swaga, well, they had a foul to give, so.
And you look at this press, Jeff. They're giving opportunities for Canada to rake into the lane very easily with Anderson, Patterson, with Hemmings. You know, if you take the press off, then you don't give them that as a first option down the floor.
Patterson for 3. Good. Boy, he has come to play here in the last few minutes.
And there's the game breaker right there. That's a super play.
Travers tries to answer immediately. Jackson with the rebound. Capitola into Travers again for the two-handed rim rocker. Wait, that's 3. Is it 3 or 4 for him today? Full court pressure. They get it up. And now the ball thrown right into the hands of Wigness from Hemmings. And then the Wani Swaga goes up for the layup. And that turnover from Hemmings has just about kept Australia in the game.
And you know, you go back to that play against the press. Canada gone into this thing of just attack. And we're deep into this game now. And that play, that pass across court was such a ill-advised play, as we found out.
When we were growing up, back in the day, you know, you didn't make that cross-court pass, did you? Rarely.
No, but you know what I'm saying? They were in that. They've been in that groove for the last 2 minutes. Attack the press. Now with all of a sudden,
Run our regular side out.
picked up.
So if they're denying it, we may have
He's
to
not made a
flash
pass,
it.
but he's just been
Joey,
attacking the hoop.
we need quick offense. So off a rebound, it's pace to the rim, space the floor with shooters.
I mean, that was...
If we're in an organization, it's head tap, downhill, same thing. Clarity on what we're doing. Last ball screen, blitz.
Yeah, I mean, it was, they were reeling because Patterson had gone down and hit the 3. You're right, that's done it. You got 31 points coming from the bench for Canada. And as you said, Australia, we pretty much know who's going to be on the court late, whereas Canada, you know, Kirby Shedd, I think, did a good job. What was it, about the 6-minute mark, 7-minute mark, when they were struggling with that press? He brought in a different 5 or different 3 players, 4 players. Now Moncrief is in the game. I'm just trying to think of free throw candidates if you want to foul anybody. Hemmings is just 3 of 7, but again, small sample size, perhaps.
Yeah. Moncrief's 18 of 25 coming. He gets to the line a lot. It's foul time just yet.
Oh, absolutely not. No. Barthélemy misses. Jackson flies in to Travers. Up to Wani Swaga. The pass from Travers. He thought about launching it. And Capitola. Now Wani Swaga. And put the pressure on that Canada defense is Moncrief.
You know, and Swaga just identified Cricker as somebody who could take off the dribble. One dribble with his left hand, a quick crossover to the right, and he's at the hoop.
Speaking of free throw shooting, Wani Swaga was 7-11 before today's game.
I'm taking Cricker out. Taking Moncrief out. Put
It's made both of them today.
Raythan Mays back in for the offense.
First one was good. Well, it's interesting that, isn't it? Because Barthélemy, I mean, he did miss that last drive, but I thought overall he's been pretty solid.
Oh, sorry, Barthélemy's back in. Yeah, excuse me.
So Raythan Mays and, so yeah, 2 ball handlers on the court at the same time. Helps with the press. And McNeely back in as well. 2-point game. Well, that's the only way that Australia knows how to do it. They play tight games. Patterson drives in, passes it back. Barthélemy goes in with the left hand. Oh, what a play by Crick. The putback.
You know, every
massive.
I don't think they've got many offensive rebounds this game, but that tip, I know Patterson was there as well, but Cricket got to the first play. And you know, all credit to Barthélemy, you know, they know Addison Patterson's going to drive, but Barthélemy goes in there. He missed one earlier on, and he takes the second one, misses it. You can live with that because he's got the
every day
offensive
for this reason. Head taps the play. Captain, you're inbounding. All right, LT, same as we've done it every other time. I want you to be the
There's like a slight echo with the music in here with the coach talking. So
turn the corner and go. Let's make sure we got shooters.
Look at the numbers, 57%.
All right, shooters,
Canada
start there. Start out
inside
here
the arc. Australia,
all right, 40%.
All 5 rebound the ball.
Canada,
Guys are going to foul you.
at this point in the game. That's a rare
since halftime.
That's incredible.
That tip there from Cricket, the first offensive rebound since halftime. Unbelievable play.
Could say they miss. They don't miss as many shots.
No, that's the way of looking at it.
Well, anybody that knows basketball knows 31.8 seconds is a long time. Travers, bounce pass, Capitola, back outside to Wiggness. Wani Swagger for three, that was short, had a hand in the face, and the rebound thrown back into the hands, the ball after the rebound into the hands of Barthelemy.
Yeah, they got the ball pretty deep down the lane. They didn't want to shoot it. Wani Swagger for the three, way short, and beautiful play there from Barthelemy to box out first of all, and then just have the peace of mind not to panic when he got the ball in his hand.
You think that was their first choice? I think they were trying to get something closer.
Yeah, I'm sure they were. Yeah, that wasn't their first choice at all.
Barthelemy at the line. And the free throw game, crucial. Well, small sample size, but coming into this one, he was 1 of 4 at the stripe. And he makes both.
Clutch. Absolutely clutch.
And he's one of their better players, there's no doubt. First 2 free throws of the game, and he makes them. It's a 6-point game. Australia presumably will look for a 3. Wani Swagger drives in, and Jackson with the follow. He's going to the line. 12.1 seconds remaining.
Yeah, Canada's lucky didn't get hand one there. Jackson again. Yeah. Always around the hoop. You know, interesting story about Luke Jackson, number 12. He's a great basketball player, obviously here at the under-17s. He's also a very good Australian rules footballer. He's got to go back and make a decision which route he wants to take. Whether he wants to take the American college route
or play Aussie rules.
Or play Aussie rules football, yeah. Great story.
That's a tough one.
But he looks like he should be an AFL player too, isn't he?
Well,
always got a nose for the ball, always around it. Yeah.
He could play for an NBL club eventually, couldn't he? Yeah. As well as play AFL.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, he's made 2 free throws, 12.1 seconds. So you get a steal, and things change, or you get a chance. 12.1 seconds.
Oh.
And this Australia team has been able to force some turnovers.
Canada need to get it inbounds. Now, you and I were in Dubai, right? Australia versus Spain, semi-final. Spain will lead it in regulation. And at the inbound, we thought Australia were going to foul. And then we spoke to the coach after the game. He said, no, I'm going to trust my defense. And they tied the Spanish kid up, got the possession, went down and scored and won the game. I think it was like 5 seconds on the clock. It's a similar situation here, so Canada can't inbound and expect Australia to foul. Because they might just try to play possessions with Australia. Look over there. So there's an option here that Canada don't want to fall into that same trap. When I saw it back in Dubai in that 2014, that was an incredible bit of coaching from the Australian coach.
Yeah, I remember that.
To trust his defense. Here's the play that really, for me, may have won this game for Canada. That Ben Cricker putback tip.
You asked him about that at the airport, didn't you?
Yeah.
I remember that now. So Travers is guarding the Crick on the inbounds play.
Australia really want to get this ball down to the baseline. They want to force it down. Don't force it to midcourt where it's less easy to go and get a trap.
Well, Barthelemy has it. Now he's just going to hold on.
See right there, what did Barthelemy do? Yeah, put it in his stomach and buried it. So therefore, you walk up and try and just get the held ball. Look, he buries it right there. He knows the foul's coming.
So Rantal's back, and they're going to keep Patterson back, which is interesting. But Rantal, clearly, if he's open, he's going to launch a 3. And he has to come out. He's not able to check in yet. He's got to check in.
Yeah, I think it's a free throw. They got to shoot a free throw when they first.
Go.
Could be wrong.
Well, ice running in his veins, it appears. Barthelemy. That was nothing but the bottom of the net. And that time, front of the rim.
Now your subs can come in.
Waniswaga brings it quickly. Pulls up for three. Too much. And Canada are just a couple of seconds away from advancing to the semifinals. And remember, they'll play the winner of USA Croatia, who play later tonight. Waniswaga to Travers. He scores, and that is it, folks. Well, it was a humdinger of a game.
Classic. Great game, Jeff. I really love that. You know, Canada came in with all the talent, with all the great victories. Australia just hung in there. Hard-nosed players you'd expect from any Australian team.
Canada win at 74-70 over Australia. Great game. Canada move on.
Canada is the winner of the match. Welcome, Team of France.
Okay, Mick, some of these statistics, anything jump off the...
Yeah, look at your two-point shooting for Canada, 57%. That's pretty much where they won the game. Especially the third period, I think, around Addison Patterson. That continued into the fourth, too. Rebounding it heavily in favor of Australia, which you wouldn't expect coming in with 16 offensive rebounds against 3 offensive rebounds for Canada. Canada, 3 offensive rebounds. Are you serious? They play the USA probably next. That's going to have to improve for them. They're going to have to get that hoop sorted out in terms of... Travers 20 led the Australians. Addison Patterson 18. Great job from him. Jackson's 20 rebounds, Jeff. That is pretty impressive. Weakness, steals, and 6 turnovers for Rathamase, and weakness a pair. That's something they might want to improve on for tomorrow. Top scorers: Travis, Swaka, Jackson with 12 points and 20 rebounds. He probably wish it was the other way around, 20 points and 12 in terms of production. Manili had 11, but telling me 10 in the end, which is finished off with 3 out of 4 from the free throw line. Very entertaining game, Jeff. What a great way to start off the quarterfinals.
I tell you what, I mean, you've got to tip your hat to Canada. That was they were right to lose that game because they came up against a very, would you call them, an intelligent Australia, hardworking, crafty,
they don't give up. You know, there's nothing flashy about them. You wouldn't write home and say, listen, these guys are just the world beaters. My word, they play well together. They pass the ball well. They understand the game. So important.
Where do you, where do you see now for Canada? I'm guessing they may not come back and watch tonight. They'll just send the coaches to watch the USA.
Yeah, what, this gym? Freezing. Turn the heat on somebody.
There's, I'm just amazed when I watch, honestly, I mean, Australia has a lot of talent, a great sporting nation, but I'm just utterly amazed at how many basketball players are in Canada that play this game at such a high level. It is unbelievable. North of the border, basketball is massive. And, I had the pleasure of watching their senior team play in the World Cup qualifiers. And again, they just ooze with players. It's something else. But tough luck for Australia. We all know about Australia as well. Their senior national team is great. It'll be interesting to see at what point the Canadians, some of these kids, start graduating, moving up the ranks. We're seeing it happen before our eyes. It's very exciting stuff. These Canadians, out of all of them, which one impressed you the most?
I think Addison Patterson. I saw him play in the under-18 FIBA Americas, and by far he was one of the better players there. Had a great start. Started many games. Here he's one of the top 5 or 6 in this tournament.
Sure.
He's outstanding. A lot of college coaches are looking at him right now. He's mature, and he's a big, strong boy now, very athletic. Outside game, maybe eludes him at pressure times, but that's only going to get better.
I think they got to find a way to get McNeely more shots. I think he is an absolute dead-eye shooter from outside.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he could,
Big threes today helped him. Key substitution when Patterson came out.
Well, that's it, folks. Canada move on. They'll play Croatia and the United States in the semifinals. More coming your way here from Santa Fe, Argentina. Thanks for watching.